Hello everybody, K-Whip here, and today marks what I consider my 1 year anniversary of doing YouTube, because 1 year ago today I uploaded my first YouTube video. Now in this video, I wanted to talk about my experience of doing YouTube for this full year and walk you through how it's actually been kind of the entire way through the year. And this video is going to be more personal than probably any video I have ever uploaded, and maybe a bit more serious, but I'll be uploading a pretty fun video tomorrow showing some of my favorite moments from my first year of YouTube. Now before I started YouTube, my two main passions were basketball and video games, and well, they still are those. But I began losing all joy for basketball as I was working extremely hard at it with scarce results, so I decided to quit basketball and, with my increased free time, follow a long-time dream of becoming a gaming YouTuber. And really, before I made this decision, I'd been depressed for really the last 3 years, but especially the last couple months before I actually started my YouTube. However, once I decided to make my YouTube, I was rejuvenated with something new to put my heart into. I bought everything I thought I needed to make high quality videos, as well as a monitor and a SCUF to try to take my game to the next level, and I began making videos, some that I just made while trying to figure out how to use my editing software, and some that I'd been thinking about making for weeks. I was making videos I enjoyed and I was proud of, at least at the time, and honestly I was so obsessed with growth that in the first week or two of my YouTube, I would watch my videos on 4 devices and refresh them a couple times too, which I don't think really gives the extra views you'd think it would. However, growth was extremely slow regardless, like a subscriber every couple days, and it was like that for the first month or so, but I was so hyped with every subscriber that I got. I would get an email every time I gained a subscriber, and it made my day every single time it happened. Then in September, I started my senior year of high school, where the first half of my year had a pretty tough schedule. I had AP courses for half my classes in the first quarter of the year, and then 3/4 of the classes for the next quarter. So I had some demanding schoolwork, but I was still hyper-focused on YouTube. With school also came the Rise of Iron. The Destiny expansion the community had been starving for months. Now, with some attention to Destiny, I was starting to see some growth, getting 2 or 3 subs a day for a bit. I remember hitting 50 subs at school, and I felt like the shit. I was so happy. I walked down the hallways joyful for like the first time probably ever. And at school, all I was thinking about was the videos I was gonna make when I got home. And those thoughts were starting to have serious results. I was beginning to gain 10 to 20 subscribers a day. That was blowing my mind, and I was just constantly elated. This success helped keep me extremely dedicated to uploading, and what this meant was on an average school night I was going to bed around 2 a.m. and I was getting like 5 hours of sleep a night. But around this time I got accepted into the business school at the University of Minnesota, so with like 90% of my senior year left, I was accepted into the school I expected to go to, and that allowed me to relax a bit and continue to focus on my YouTube. And when Rise of Iron came out, I was very on top of making great relevant videos. I made a video saying how amazing the Clever Dragon was the very day that it came out, and I made my God Rolled Waltz video very quickly after the release of Rise of Iron, and if you're unfamiliar with that video, it did extremely well views-wise, and it was the most viewed video on my channel for a long time, and it's currently just under 20,000 views. And I continued to grow quickly for a while and was very happy making videos. I also got Photoshop so my thumbnails weren't so scrubby, and got some help from my friend Gavin with the designs. And then came November 9th, which is my birthday. When I started my YouTube, I decided I wanted to be at 75 subscribers by my birthday. When the 9th came around, I was actually over 500 subscribers, which I couldn't believe and I couldn't be happier about. And this was my 18th birthday, so I could have a Google AdSense account without having the money go through my parents, and so I started to monetize my YouTube, even though it hasn't really done much. And I also made the fantastic decision of starting a Twitch stream. But in November, my excitement began to dip a bit, and growth was down to more around 6 subscribers a day. This was due to Rise of Iron not being the DLC people were hoping for. Hype for the expansion died very fast, and it actually brought pretty negative changes, such as the Clever Dragon Matador meta. This led to me getting extremely frustrated with the game in the coming months. I began to not enjoy making videos much because Destiny had really deteriorated. There was also starting to be a lot of drama with the importance of likes on YouTube and people randomly unsubscribing from your channel, and those things just made YouTube a lot less positive. I remember one thing that cheered me up was on Christmas I made my 750 subscriber video, and there was overwhelming support on the video, tons of comments making me really appreciate the audience I had at that time. A couple days later, I made the brilliant decision to make a high quality top 5 sidearm video. This was when sidearms were seldom used because Matador ruled the Crucible. It was a quality video and it got decent viewership far before sidearms were ever meta, so once sidearms became meta, that video got tons of views, and it's now my most viewed video with over 25,000 views at the moment. And I'm still getting comments on that video now in August, mostly to correct me on how you can get Iron Wraith in year 3 now, even though you couldn't for the first 5 months that video was out. Anyway, in January and February, I was still uploading daily, but not really enjoying it. I had just about nothing positive to say about Destiny, and I relied mostly on Trials videos because recording a video just playing Destiny by myself always sounded dreadful. However, in February, I did hit 1,000 subscribers and did my face reveal. I wasn't that happy though. In the early days of my YouTube, I always thought about how proud and excited I'd be when I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, but I felt more relief than joy, and I was nowhere near satisfied. Just before I hit 1,000 subscribers, the special nerf went through, and that was kind of my last straw with Bungie. I knew Destiny was not going to get better, and my only hope of enjoying making videos again, and people actually watching those videos, was Destiny 2. Now in March I was in a decent state, however I started gaining more around 3 subscribers a day. Then in April was the Age of Triumph, the last update to Destiny 1. The Age of Triumph update nerfed sidearms and the No Land Beyond, my favorite loadout ever, that I'd been using since it was considered like a joke or a troll loadout, and I'd also became kind of unreal with it, so the nerf to it made my gameplay and my personal experience quite a bit worse, even though I'm still skilled with it. That being said, the PvE changes in the update brought some hype to the game, and there was actually tons of viewership on Destiny videos in the middle of April, and I actually had a couple days where I had 10 to 20 subscriber gains. And I saw this opportunity, so I really tried to get great Destiny content out there, and that really took its toll on me. April and May were the last months of high school for me, and during this time I also moved 30 minutes farther away from my high school and my friends. The new house also has horrible internet and is a much worse setup for making videos. I was having more work to do at school since it was the end of the year, I wasn't seeing my friends, and I felt massive pressure on me to perform well in Destiny. Because as I grew as a channel and got bigger, my expectations for myself just skyrocketed. All of that made me maybe the most mentally unstable I think I've ever been. So then in May, I made my Destiny video, and I talked about decreasing my uploading schedule, especially of Destiny, and after uploading daily for so long, I was gonna let myself skip a couple days for my own sanity. However, in May, I did graduate, and with school out of the way, I wanted to try to upload quality videos. I was putting up good work, but receiving the slowest growth I had since I started YouTube. So then I realized the viewership just wasn't there. Not for Destiny 1, not for Overwatch, so I just kinda had to coast until Destiny 2 and the beta. And I did this through May and June, and over that period of time I was gaining like a subscriber every other day. Then finally in July was the Destiny 2 beta, which I expected to be huge for the channel and plan on covering extensively. After the beta, I also plan on uploading my Destiny 1 montage, which I self-edited and put over 20 hours into with everything I had to do to craft it. When the beta arrived, however, the videos were getting less views than my Destiny 1 videos. And after the beta, I actually lost subscribers because the perception of the beta was quite negative. Then with my montage, which I expected to receive thousands of views and would be like a great bridge between the beta and Destiny 2 release, is currently sitting at 150 views. About half of that of a normal Destiny 1 video for me. Throughout July, I have actually lost subscribers, and August is on a similar path. So at this current moment, I'm having my worst time on YouTube ever, and honestly have little enthusiasm for it. I'm hoping Destiny 2 or Call of Duty World at War can make YouTube exciting for me and the viewers again, because at the moment, YouTube just doesn't quite seem worth it. There's still a presence from the true longtime fans who I truly appreciate, and I know who you are, but I always have the thought of the other 1,250 people that are ignoring me with every upload, and that's really not a good feeling. So I'm not quite pleased with my situation. I just hope that come September and Destiny 2 things will get better and will make my videos feel significant and relevant again. But anyway, that is a brief summary of my first year of YouTube and how it actually went kind of behind the scenes. I hope this was interesting or insightful, and if it wasn't, I don't really care. At least until September. But anyway, thank you for watching, and see you later.